What's going on, everybody? It is Rich here at Flippin' for a Living. It has been a minute or two, hasn't it? I haven't done a ride along for a few weeks now. Temperatures in my area have been seasonally well below average. Garage sales dried up really early, about a month sooner than normal in my area. Just for an example, our September, you know when you break a temperature record, it's usually you just barely squeak by, right? Whether it's good or bad in either direction. Our average daily temperature in September was at 100-year low, and it was an average of 5 degrees cooler per day for the entire month. That is an extreme difference. So garage sales dried up, not a lot happening, and now we are 13 days into October, and oddly enough, there's a small town 30 minutes out of my city called Viscount that's having a community sale. Now, they don't have a list advertising exactly how many sales are going to be there, but it seems by any advertisement I've seen, they're going to have a community center that will be hopping with probably 15 or 20 tables of, people who have just a little bit of stuff to sell. And then it says town-wide sales. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm betting there'll at least be 10 or 12. And I'm more than happy to drive 30 minutes to get in 10 or 12 sales in one area like that. So I'm going to go take a look. Just wanted to chat for a bit. Hopefully we can have a little bit of a ride along and find a few finds along the way. A few treasures. So I want to give you guys a couple notes here. Obviously going to winter in my part of the world, there's not going to be really any ride along. We might do a few little thrift store stops, show a few finds on Kijiji, which is like Craigslist in my area, Facebook, buy and sell, all that stuff. But a couple things on the horizon. Number one, I want to do a quick little live series on if my voice is hoarse. I'm going to tell you why in a couple of seconds here. But I just want to let you know, this first 5 minutes of this video, it's just going to be me chatting. So if that's not entertaining, feel free to move on. No hurt feelings on my behalf. I understand it's way funner to see the garage sales than it is to just listen to me ramble. But a couple things on the horizon. I'm going to do a short series. I want to do some, I do a lot of selling on Facebook, and I always see people complaining about the trolls and the tire kickers and how you deal with it, and just what's the best approach to take with Facebook Marketplace and the buy and sell sites. And I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I'm saying I sell a lot. At least half my sales are via Facebook locally. So I just want to talk to people about that, share that. I have a few tips, a few pointers. Clearly I'm doing something right, because I can easily on a busy garage sale weekend pick up several things on a Friday and unload them all on a Saturday. I've had days where I've taken $100 on Friday, 4, 5, 6, 10 items, and flipped it for $500, $600, $800 within 24 hours. So yeah, I want to talk about that. And then the second thing I want to do, I gotta try it. I gotta try it. I want to have fun. I got a ton of inventory, a lot of great things that I want to share with you. So start telling all your friends who like deals, who maybe like a little bit of a gamble, who just like having fun. I'm going to do a live show where I will take, hypothetically, an item that I feel is valued at $40, $50, $60, maybe more. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 20 $1 super chats, and the first 20 people to give those $1 super chats are we're going to do right there, live, a draw out of those 20 names. So it'll cost you $1 to potentially get your name drawn instantly for something that will sell on eBay for $40, $50, $60. So I think it's a great way to maybe snag a $60 or $50 item for $1. Feel free to participate. Feel free to just watch. I'm going to try it. I think it's going to be fun. We'll think of some unique ways to draw the names. I'm sure there'll be some glitches at the start, but I want to try something like that. And along the way, just chat about reselling, interact with people, share our thoughts. This community is all about sharing thoughts and ideas. Most of us are spread out throughout North America, so we don't need to be greedy with our ideas, with our little tricks of the trade. Let's share them, let's interact, let's help everybody be successful, because I'm sure, like all of you, I absolutely love what I do, and I'm more than happy to share my tips with you. So, and one quick tip, just while we're at it, I'm going to this little town, and I've always wanted to do this. I've always felt that in these smaller rural communities that are, say, 20, 30, 40 minutes out of a major market, this is just a theory, that 20, 30, 40 years ago, these people would come into larger cities for the weekend. They wouldn't travel every day like people do now. They would only come in every couple weeks, every month. And it's my theory that they would buy Nintendos. So yes, it's my theory that they would, if you feel like the Nintendo, the vintage video game market has really dried up in your area, it probably has. But where all that stuff is hidden, it's hidden in these rural areas, because they would come into town. People that live in those small rural areas, they've been there for generations, literally, and that stuff is stuck out there. It's stuck in the basements, it's stuck in the cellars, the kids moved away, the parents stay there. I'm telling you, it's out there. So I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to blanket some of these smaller towns, not today necessarily, but I'm going to spend an hour someday, and I'm going to go out to these towns, and I'm going to blanket the area, you know, maybe 500 homes or whatever, not a lot, with flyers, just saying what I'm looking for. Particularly the video games, wanted, missing since 1980, or whatever. And then show pictures of the stuff that's been missing. N64 has been missing since 1993, reward given. And just try and entice people that way. I gotta try it once, one small city. I'm pretty confident I'm gonna get a few hits that way. So with all that being said, a little thing I suggest you do, if you're in this for the long haul, if you're serious about this, I went to Vistaprint.com for $9.95 and I printed out 500 little cards. They're nothing spectacular, but they're eye-catching, and basically hopefully I'm not bouncing around too much for you to see that. But I'm going to hand out a bunch of these this morning, and what it says on there, you guys, it's just talks about anything 80s, retro furniture, yada yada yada. I'm no graphic designer, and this isn't spectacular, but it literally took me 30 minutes to make this. Do that, you guys. Invest 10 bucks. If there's something you're looking for, you need to leave your name and number with people at yard sales. So, that's my little ramble. Oh yeah, my hoarse voice. I wanted to talk about that before we actually hit town here and hopefully find a few sales. I was downtown in my city the other day, and I was just driving around. You gotta think outside the box. You always gotta keep your head on a swivel, and you gotta look for opportunity. I literally just saw at one of the hotels, they were unloading brand new mattresses, carrying them in one at a time. And if you're bringing in dozens and dozens of brand new mattresses, you're clearly getting rid of the old ones. So I went in, talked to somebody at the front desk, they connected me with the right guy, and over the span of 3 days, I have went and got, just in this little half ton, picked up 12 mattresses. There are a lot of needy people out there looking for mattresses, and they don't care if they're used. And I have made $1,000 off of these 12 used mattresses. So, absolutely free. just went in and asked. How can you not be thrilled with that, right? So keep your head on a swivel, you guys. Look for opportunities everywhere. That was a great one. 1,000 free dollars. They were literally putting these in a giant disposal bin. They were gonna get hauled away, I assume, to the city landfill. And we literally, I saw a couple bins actually full of these mattresses. But I contacted this guy, like I said, connected with the right guy in maintenance, and rather than have to pull them out of the garbage, I intercepted them halfway. They were bringing them out of the rooms. He just set them on the side of the hotel, a little area I could pick them up, and I would just swing by and pick them up. I offered a donation for his staff fund. You know, I didn't really get into depth what I was going to do with them. I just said, I know some people that are in need of these. That's it. Okay, I don't feel I was deceptive, because there were people in need of these, clearly. I probably could have sold 20 of them easily in those 3 days, but we flipped 10 real quick, made $1,000, and on to the next flip. So I'm sorry that this has been like 10 or 12 minutes of just me chatting, but I missed you guys, and I'm sorry, and I look forward to chatting with you all live, probably next week. We're gonna do that first little live chat about Facebook Marketplace and selling locally. Now let's go see what's actually happening in this little town. Here we are, Viscount, Saskatchewan. Can you hear the wind? It's definitely blowing. Let's go see what this little town has to offer. I wonder if that's it. I wonder if this is it. Open for business. Now, I think it's in there. I saw somebody taking in some boxes. I think it's always better to ask forgiveness than permission. So let's just go walk in. Let's pretend like we own the place and see how long it takes before someone politely asks us to leave. Is this where the community sale is going to be today?
Yes. So you're early. Are you shopping?
Oh, I drove from Saskatoon. I came way too early.
There's 20 minutes till we set up. If
Okay.
you go downtown, there's the breakfast at the seniors.
Okay, and is there going to be like houses with stuff too?
Yeah, there's not that many today because of the weather.
Yeah.
We have 5 sales. So.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Well, I don't know if you heard that, but that's some bad news. I hope you guys enjoyed my company, because I think she said there might be 5 sales in actual houses. I'm not putting on my seatbelt in this little rural town. I'm breaking the law like they did back in the day out here. Wow. Okay. So, my expectations are blown out of the water. I hoped that there'd be like 10 or 12 people, just like with a table or two, and each table would have stacks and stacks of Nintendo. No, I don't know. Hopefully we find even one house that actually has some stuff worth buying. I just hope I find a couple of houses, period. I know based on the time, I'm early. I'm super early. I'm about an hour early, but I know if I was setting up for a yard sale and was expecting people to be here within an hour, I'd be setting up. I think there's a little gray car up here that's trolling the neighborhood like I am. That guy there. That guy there just seems to be trolling, waiting for something to happen. Wow, what's happening here? The senior center. Breakfast. Viscount Flour Mill. Okay, always wanted to like bust into old buildings like this and just see what's in there. But look, do not enter. No, I don't know what that little sign is. Do you have that? Do all pickers and thrifters have that same feeling? Like, I want to get in there. I'm so curious what's in there, in the walls. Maybe a Mickey Mantle rookie card. I'm thinking this was a waste of time. But all we need is one person with some treasures. So, yeah. Let's go back to the community center. Maybe there'll be a book for a quarter, and then I can go home and sell some more mattresses. So before I leave this wonderful town that is so disappointing, I did go back to that little community center right at the start. Well, not right at the start, after I rambled for 10 minutes. And there was 2 ladies set up in there. My God, they're gonna have a terrible day. I've seen one other vehicle out here. Did I ever get duped? Like $20 gas and an hour and a half of my life I will never get back. But maybe this will make up for it. One of those ladies. I was too depressed to even bother videoing anymore. A platter of cranberry, whatever these are called, you know, these things. Cranberry squares, there can't be date squares because there's no dates. Cranberry squares. I'm going to my family's, I'm going to visit my family today. So, yeah, now I brought my thing for $5. I don't have to, we're having a little family gathering, a little late Canadian Thanksgiving celebration. And here's my contribution. Oh my God, I just fucking flipped it over. It's looking like a major bust. But at least we got to make our couple announcements of our live Facebook Marketplace help session. Let's call it that. I don't know what we're going to call it. That and our fun kind of little game. Our fun little reseller game we're going to play where you guys will have a chance for $1 to get yourself some $40, $50, $60 items or more. If I can figure out a really efficient system to keep things rolling as we do this, I'm going to try some more valuable items. Maybe $100 items, but we'll take like $41 donations. So you'll have a $1 shot. You have a 1 in 40 chance at a $100 item for $1. I think it's going to be fun. Well guys, thanks for coming for this ride along, if you can call it that. Super lame, out of my control, obviously. But hey, glad I could touch base. I hope you're all doing well. Make sure and check out that new video series coming out on Facebook Marketplace and my game show, whatever it's gonna be, game and chat show. And if you haven't already done so, guys, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when all my new videos come out. And I hope you guys all have a great day and love what you do.